Herzlich willkommen, Sianamgela, and welcome to the Bundesliga Connection with Chris Harrington on the SL Podcast in partnership with DW Berlin.
It's time for the latest from Germany's domestic football league, the Bundesliga, and more. For that, we are joined by Chris Harrington from our partner station, Deutsche Welle in Berlin, Germany. Chris, the Lewandowski saga has finally ended. Bayern got the money they wanted, allowing him to join Barcelona. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm glad to see it done, actually, finally, right? Because Robert Lewandowski reported to the training camp in Munich, and he wasn't happy at all. He didn't speak to Julian Nagelsmann. He was very standoffish. He even reported late, but Oliver Kahn let it be known that the acquisition of Sadio Mane made it feasible, and now it's a reality that Lewandowski gets to join Barcelona. He's always wanted to test his skill sets outside of the Bundesliga. The man has scored over 300 goals in the Bundesliga, won everything under the sun, so I think from the professional side of things, it's a good fit. Lewandowski actually plans to bring Barcelona back to the top. That's the guarantee he made, after joining the club. He's now in the United States with them, and I think it's a beautiful thing. Anytime an athlete gets an opportunity, to play somewhere they would like, and they're treated not just like an asset, but like a human being. Well, Bayern stuck to their guns. They didn't come to the negotiating table until Barca finally presented them a number they liked, and the business is done. I guess the ink has to dry on the contracts. But another reason I like the idea, the Bayern fan base have been kind of ridiculous in terms of Lewandowski, not showing him any love. He was actually receiving death threats, from the Bayern fan base. So, I'm sure Lewandowski, if they are pitted against one another in the Champions League, for example, he'll be looking to score against Manuel Neuer. But all in all, I think the Ballon d'Or is a possibility, even though he's up in age. That's something he missed out on as well while playing at Bayern Munich. So I think it's a good move. I like the move. I like the change. And it brings a big question mark for Bayern Munich. There's no doubt about that.
Does Bayern Munich need to sign another offensive threat to help Sadio Mane up front, Chris?
Well, they did re-sign Serge Gnabry. This was one negotiation that was at a standstill. Neither party was satisfied. But around Serge Gnabry's birthday, fittingly, Bayern gave him a contract. He agreed. He'll be there until 2027. I think that does alleviate some of the pressure that'll be on Sadio Mane. But the Bayern camp have been talking about other potential acquisitions. Harry Kane has been a name thrown out there, which would be quite impressive if they pull that off, but not in the near future. They're suggesting maybe a later date. Cristiano Ronaldo's looking for a club. We all know that, but that's very unlikely for him to be part of the Mia San Mia Bayern Munich family. So I think they do need some help. It's interesting to see what Julian Nagelsmann has in store, but Bayern Munich right now, they're doing their tour. They're in the U.S., and Sadio Mane, and company will be competing against Man City later in the week. So we'll have an opportunity to see that, even though that friendly means nothing. We'll have the chance to see, what Julian Nagelsmann has to offer competitors out there. But all in all, I think the winter break, you have the Winter World Cup coming up as well. All of these factors may be a reason for Bayern to sign someone during the winter transfer window, but I don't see it happening before then.
And just like always, what else has hit your radar this week?
Yeah, I was talking about Mattheus de Ligt possibly joining Bayern. Well, a verbal agreement has been made. The 22-year-old is coming from Juventus, and I think that move, according to the Bayern brass, they wouldn't have been able to sign him unless they sold Lewandowski. So it's kind of a domino effect happening in Munich right now. And I feel bad for Upamecano. I've spoke about that. It's going to be very tough for some of the defensive players to get some playing time. But their defense looks to be stacked going into next season. And I'm expecting them to obviously improve on their goal allowance. They kind of slipped up on that stat this past season. But all in all, Bayern look busy, and they're going to be very competitive. But I still think there are some threats out there that could dethrone Bayern. Dortmund and RB Leipzig are my two favorites to do so. But we'll have to wait and see.
Thank you very much for the Bundesliga update, Mr. Chris Harrington from our partner station Deutsche Welle in Berlin, Germany. Have a fantastic day further.
Danke und auf Wiedersehen.
The Bundesliga Connection is a team effort driven by the following incredible individuals. The show is hosted by Aidan Hewitt and Chris Harrington. It is produced by Chris Harrington. It is edited by Aidan Hewitt and Uli Presch, and graphics are provided by David Scullard.